Good night, everyone. We will be presenting on solicited proposals, presented by Stephanie Crawford, Jamelia Zelaya, Ikshel Shish, and Lisa Perez. Our content. We will go over what is a solicited proposal, requirements of a solicited proposal, a sample proposal, document analysis, clarity, conciseness, accuracy, audience recognition, accessibility, and relevance to Belizean audience. We will end off with a quiz. What is a solicited proposal? A solicited proposal is a request for a proposal, abbreviated as RFP, by government agencies and large companies. This means that a large company or a government agency would put out a publicized solicited proposal requesting other companies to provide products or services. This could be done by publishing requirements containing a request for proposal, request for quotation, invitation for bid, a request for information. It is also noteworthy that there could be an informal solicited proposal and a formal solicited proposal. What we just went over was a formal solicited proposal. An informal solicited proposal means that it happened usually by word of mouth. Requirements of a solicited proposal. An RFP provides detailed specification of what the customer wants to buy and sometimes include directions for preparing the proposal, as well as evaluation criteria the customer will use to evaluate offers. A customer would issue an RFP when their needs cannot be met with generally available products or services. A customer can also issue an RFP if they're coming to the end of a contract and they would like some more competitive offers. You can click on the link for proposal below. And we have a proposal, a solicited proposal, an RFP that was issued out by a company called Fax Canyon Groundwater Management Agency. And a response is being made by the Fetcher and Company Certified Public Accountants. So let's take a look at page 2. In their transmission letter, they highlighted that they understand the scope of what Fox is requesting. They provided a timeline, and they understand the responsibilities of preparing financial statement, state controller's report, and a management letter. They also commit to providing the audit in a timely manner. And if they do not complete the audit in a timely manner, they will voluntarily forfeit 25% of the proposal audit fee. Let's go ahead and take a look at page 3 of this proposal. Okay, so that is provided there on page 3 in their transmission letter. We're now going to go ahead and take a look at page 11 of their proposal. If you can scroll down to page 11. Okay, so on page 11, here is a summary of all the tasks that they will be performing. On the previous page, they provided detailed information about all the tasks that they would be providing, which includes doing field work, doing random testing, and also risk assessment for the company. However, on page 11, they provided a summary of all the tasks that they will be completing for the company and the timeline on when that would be finished. So it's a very specific and detailed approach that they're providing in response to the RFP. And they even provide the timeline on when they believe they would be finished. And in their cover letter, they stated that if they cannot finish within this time, they will forfeit 25% of their payment. So you can see that they're going to be doing initial planning, preliminary analysis, information gathering, entrance conference. They will be doing field work for 4 to 5 days, draft reports, and the final report would be fully available on January 2015. So we can now move down to page 13. And at page 13, they started their reference or their resume on page 12. However, on page 13, they have a list of clients that they've already worked with, and this would help them to build credibility so that they know that this is a trusted company. This is a company that has very professional standards, because they are responding to a proposal where other firms are also responding to this RFP to get this position or to have this contract. So if we go down to page 19, here is where they talk about the compensation package. So for their compensation, the below fee would cover the controller's report preparation and all other services listed in the proposal and the agency's request for proposal, and that would be a total of $6,800. They also highlight and reiterate that the company has an option to extend the contract for an additional 2 years if they feel the need. And they also noted that there could be an estimation of approximately 2.5% per year, sufficient to cover the cost of living increase if the contract is completed. So this proposal was very clear, specific, well listed. And if we would quickly go back up to page 2, they provided a table of content for all the subtopics that they would be talking about in this proposal.
So when it comes to clarity, the solicited proposal gives out the important points first, as the transmission letter includes the reason for the proposal. In the example provided here, it shows that Fetcher and Company say that they are pleased to present the proposal to provide auditing services to Fox. The document is also clear as it answers the checklist of reporters' questions. So based on the reporters' questions, the company answers the targeted audience, which is high-tech, as Fox Canyon Groundwater Management Agency knows a great deal about the topic, since they requested a proposal for auditing services. The solicited proposal also includes what they want to do and what they want the audience to do. So in the example which is provided here in the PowerPoint, it says that they want to conduct an initial meeting with the staff from Fox Canyon Groundwater Management Agency as soon as the proposal is approved. They also say that during the meeting, they plan to deliver a client participation schedule detailing the items which would be needed to provide by the agency for the auditing. The proposal answers when the job should be concluded, as in the specific audit approach section, they state that they want to have the financial statements prepared prior to fieldwork, and they also provide a desired schedule. The proposal makes it obvious to what their intended motivation is, as they wish to audit the financial transaction, and they also make the proposal attractive by providing their experiences and expertise, which is included in their resume. Lastly, the solicited proposal includes their specific audit approach, which answers how the task will be performed, but it did not include where the work will take place. This might be because it is a solicited proposal, as it still needs to be approved for further information, which will be included in the contract to be known. The solicited proposal also has usage of the notative words. So, in overall, I would say that the document is clear. In terms of conciseness, the proposal does not have usage of short words, as the word represent and proposal have 3 syllables, making them multisyllabic words, and the word represent could have been replaced with speak for and the word proposal with plan. There are also other multisyllabic words, as you can see in the screenshot from the document. The document also avoids redundancies, avoids prepositional phrases, and uses active voice, as the firm Fetcher and Company describes the action. For example, in the screenshot provided, the firm says we would begin contacting named individuals in order to make inquiries as required by the government auditing standards. However, the solicited proposal is not concise throughout the document, as there are some short sentences which include 10 to 13 words and other sentences which exceed that amount, containing approximately 30 words or more. The document also exceeds 6 type lines in a paragraph. In order to achieve conciseness, the solicited proposal will need more usage of short words, shorter sentences, and a maximum of 6 type lines per paragraph.
When I opened When I opened up this document, I saw a cover page with the company's name on it and the subject in bold. I knew right off the bat what this document was going to be about and who it came from. Looking through this document, I could see that it had a professional template along with adequate spacing between the different paragraphs. This document also had a table of content which made the different sections easy to find. The subheadings were bold and numbered, and the information beneath was easy to read because of the bullets and the tables that were used. This proposal was specifically addressed to the Fox Canyon Groundwater Management Agency, but it is also available for other companies and organizations to review, such as government agencies, special district audits, nonprofit organizations, to list a few. I know I noticed that the spellings were accurate throughout this document, but there were some minor grammatical errors. For example, in this section, specific audit approach under the heading Initial Preparation and Planning Procedures, the sentence reads, to deliver a client participation schedule detailing the items we would need provided by the agency for audit. In that case, the verb provided should have been preceded by to be. So it should have read to be provided by the agency. Also, in the same section, there was a comma needed after the introductory phrase during this meeting. Those are just some of the mistakes that I noticed in this document.
To sum up the presentation, we want to look at what is a solicited proposal. It is submitted in response to a specific work or statement from sponsorers. It is sent by customers who issue a request for a proposal. Its purpose is specific for research, development, or training projects to provide specific services and goods. We're going to now recap how the document was critiqued. The first thing we want to look at is the clarity of the document. The proposal was very clear as to what it wanted. The points were listed and it answered targeted questions, gave detailed information, and the information was clear to understand. Overall, we would rate clarity of the document 5 out of 5. Moving on to the conciseness of the document. The document was very clear. However, the structure of the document could have been done a bit better. They could have used more short sentences along with short words. Sentences within the paragraph could have been constructed differently. Overall, for conciseness, we rated them at 2.5 out of 5. For the overall for conciseness, we rated them at 2.5 out of 5. For the accessibility of the document, this document was very accessible. The spacing and organization of the document was well presented. It was very user-friendly and professionally done. Was easy to follow because all sections were properly labeled. Overall, we gave accessibility a 5 out of 5 rating. Moving on to the audience of the document. It was clear to identify the audience of the document, and that audience was the high-tech users. High-tech users because companies and different business establishments are the ones who would pick up this document and use it. Therefore, overall, it spoke exactly to who the audience was. So we gave it a rating of 5.5. Lastly, we want to look at the accuracy of the document. The document was accurate with few errors. The spelling was very well done. It had no spelling errors. However, when it came to grammatical errors and punctuation, we had a few errors there. So overall, the rating for accuracy is 3 out of 5. When we look at the document overall and the critique of the proposal was very clear, concise, accessible, lends itself to the right audience, and it was moderately accurate. Proposal relevance. The proposal is relevant because we want the sell audience to give in to accept the proposal. 2. It provides accountability. 3. It allows auditing firms a possibility of having a contract to audit earning a customer. 4. It also provides auditing firms to prepare a quote for services and request of proposal. And the fifth relevance of the proposal is it allows firms to analyze the proposal. Quiz time. Quiz question number 1. A solicited proposal is submitted in response to specific work statement from the sponsorer. True or false? Quiz question number 2. List 2 documents that a solicited proposal is written in response to. Quiz question number 3. Explain using examples why the document was rated 2.5 out of 5 for conciseness. Answers for questions listed just a while ago. Answer for question 1, it is true. Answer for question number 2, solicited proposals are written in response to published requirements contained in a request for proposal, request for quotation, invitation for bid, and a request for information. Any two that was mentioned could have been listed for question number 2. Answer for question 3. It was rated as 2.5 because the document did not use short words, short sentences, and the sentences were not constructed well within the paragraphs. However, it avoided redundancy, it avoids prepositional phrase, and the users use the correct voice to write the proposal. Therefore, it was rated at 2.5 out of 5.